All right, everybody, welcome to week 11. We will be discussing recruiting, and I'm going to add an I because that's going to bother me. Hold on one second, you guys. Um, we're going to be discussing recruiting with the Web Center program, and specifically, how do you share the Web Center program with potential Web Center owners, um, and also industry professionals. So tonight we're actually going to focus on how to share the program in two different ways, depending on who your candidate is. So if you happen to have an unfranchised prospect, or even somebody that's already an unfranchised owner in your organization that's interested in learning more about the Web Center division to potentially major or minor in this program, what are the steps that you should take to not just share the program with them, but follow up with them and also mentor them, or at least put them on the right track for success? So we all know that the Web Center program is a BV generating machine. And it's an auto ship product by nature. So when Web Center owners sell websites or digital marketing products, that produces ongoing business volume, which because of the MPCP and the way the unfranchised business development system works is really great, and that means that you're going to get credit for that. So it's an excellent way to build your organization's ongoing BV, group business volume. So there's a lot of reasons why we would recruit with web centers, and there's a lot of incentives for everybody involved: the client, your organization, the new web center owner. Everybody wins. And so really it comes down to identifying great candidates and then plugging them in to a few steps, a little parts of the puzzle, so that they can connect the dots and decide if this is, a path that they want to go down. Now, up until recently, there's really only been one process for sharing the program, and it was sort of like a one size fits all. And then, of course, everybody kind of does a few tweaks on the side here and there on their own. But a few months ago, we launched a brand new Web Center Pro program, which took the Web Center program and repurposed it and rethought things that would be something that people had to make a workaround for if they were an industry professional. And we said, okay, if this is an industry professional, a web developer, an IT person, a graphic designer, or even a sales and marketing company or professional, what are some of the workarounds that they're putting into place to make the Web Center program fit into their professional environment? And how can we make that into a system that is duplicatable and that is easy to follow? And so what we're going to do tonight is, after I share with you how to share the Web Center program with your Web Center candidates, we're also going to preview what the Web Center Pro program is all about, and what are some of the resources that you have available to you now to share the Web Center Pro program with your professional candidates. And please know that in addition to what you see tonight, I'm also going to share with you a few of the brand new resources and assets that will be available for you to help share the program. So without further ado, we're going to get started. So like we mentioned, the Web Center program is a great system, right? It's a proven system for well over 18 years. Actually, it's really great. Brett, myself, and Hannah, we were having our weekly touch base meeting today around 1, and we were just talking about, gosh, how far the evolution of MA Web Centers, because we're putting together some pretty fun, exciting, and really funny kind of things for the upcoming international convention, which of course is the 25th anniversary. So we want to amp up our game and do something really interesting and creative and different, and just kind of connect with people in a different way. So we're talking about the massive amounts of progress that the division has made, because when the program first launched, you sold a website and there was no design team, there was no digital marketing products, there was sales support, but then, believe it or not, most people that sold websites ended up having to sort of become web designers because they felt the pressure or the need to build out the websites for their clients on the side to justify, the sale of the product. It was crazy. So a lot of web center owners did that. But they did that as a workaround because, again, we didn't have the design center. So we like to find where people are at least creating success in some way, whether it's sales related or recruiting related, and figure out what are you guys doing and how can we go ahead and make that, again, a duplicatable system. Well, today more than ever, the system is so easy to follow. There are so many assets. It's really simple. It's really 3 C's, right? Conversation, consult, and close. You start a conversation with your candidates. You ask a few questions. You see if there might be some potential fit there. You then plug them into a consult, a 15-minute consult where you can, be really specific about that and determine if there are specific needs you can fill. And then the close is the appointment, right? You allow the product specialist to then walk your prospect through and close them on your behalf. So, the system is easier to follow for anybody today more than it's ever been, because if you can download a consult sheet and make a names list and spend 15 minutes asking questions and schedule an appointment, then you can generate some significant cash flow. Again, the average retail profit on a website sale is $1,000. Of course, you can earn up to $2,700 on a website sale. But in addition to that, it's a great way to build a successful and franchise business because, like we mentioned earlier, there's ongoing business volume attached to all of your active clients. But even more than that, there are so many ways that you can build on a B2B relationship, whether it's bringing them onto the Shop Local platform or Shop.com partner store program or iTransact or, any of the other opportunities that we have that make sense. Maybe you get them signed up as a preferred customer of Shop and you help them to earn and save money on their business overhead, right? There's so many ways that you can continue to build on that relationship, and it's not just necessarily product related, or it's not just necessarily Shop.com related. It might even be a potential UFO business partner down the line. Now, of course, you don't want to recruit your clients until the timing is right and do one thing at a time. But the point is that the system is simple. And that very simple system of simple sales, right? Making a names list, conversing with them, doing a 15-minute consult and scheduling an appointment is something that anybody can do. And the results are very fruitful, right? Significant amount of cash flow right away so that you can earn as you learn, and the opportunity to build an ongoing income from those sales, and then even more valuable business relationships. Now, because of this system is built on really talking to potential website and digital marketing candidates and qualifying them and scheduling appointments, because that is the system, the people that tend to be the most successful with that system don't necessarily have a specific industry in common, but they do have specific qualities in common. So, with the regular Web Center program, it's not a matter of you have to be a web designer or you have to be, a programmer or a digital marketing expert. Now, if you happen to be one of those things, you may have had a little bit of a leg up in terms of feeling confident to have these conversations, but the system is the system is the system, and the system is built on selling appointments. It's not built on designing websites or implementing Google AdWords campaigns. It's built on selling appointments. So it's the qualities that make a great Web Center owner candidate. People that are friendly, motivated, self-driven, organized, well-connected, that are social, and they're just people that are in general good unfranchised owner prospects as well. So when you sit down and you think about your overall business goals for recruiting, and you think about who do you know that would make a great Web Center owner in your organization, that's what you want to be thinking about, is who do you know that has these qualities, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and that is also, driven and motivated to build something for themselves, right? I actually just did an appointment, a walkthrough for a fellow unfranchised owner on someone else's team. No big deal. And he's like, I have a potential Web Center owner, and they're a potential pro candidate as well because they also design websites. So I'm like, great. So what have you shared with them? And he's like, well, I shared with them like all the technical stuff and all of that, which is great, but didn't explain to them that the system is really based on selling appointments and creating new business opportunities. So when I got on the phone with that candidate, the candidate literally thought that the Web Center program was a product and service that they could learn how to specialize in, and then we were just going to go ahead and filter them leads. So it's really important to understand what it is that you're sharing, who you're sharing it with, that you're sharing it with the right kind of people, and that you're setting things up in the proper way. Because the best business partners are the ones that are, in your boat rowing in the same direction as you are. So don't get focused on the dot. Recruiting industry professionals is a different situation than recruiting average people that could implement the system. But understand this, that the top sellers in the Web Center division all around are not necessarily industry professionals. In fact, the majority of them are not, right? You think about all of the people that are there, or even, or that have been in the top 25 or are in the top 25, and I don't know what the exact percentage is, but I could tell you that there might be a handful of people that do this for a living, but the people that are in that top percentile are teachers, they're artists, there's a Broadway producer, there are Jason, you're a gymnast, and also you do also do you have some sales and marketing in the background, right? You think about the people that are there, and the one thing that they all have in common is that they're motivated to build this, they're friendly, and they're organized. And those are the top qualities, in my opinion. The friendly part is really, really important. And Carla shared something with us. Gosh, all the weeks are kind of bleeding together, either last week or the week before. And she said, I think it was the week before, she said, at trade shows, when she meets new prospects, she tries to remember something about that prospect that is not business related, so that when she calls them back, she can refer back to that. That is like a piece of gold that you need to write that down if you didn't write it down when Carla said it the first time. But it's such a valuable tip, because people always say, well, I shared the link, or I shared this and they didn't respond to my email. Well, I look at the emails and they're totally like, clinical. The information is there and it's well written, but there's nothing that connects to the person on a personal level. And we live in a world where information and products and services and opportunities are a dime a dozen. And so you have to find a way to stand out, and you have to connect with people. So, again, we're talking about recruiting tonight, but as you're thinking about who you're going to recruit, you want to find people that maybe already have that social skill set kind of in their back pocket, because to me, that's one of the biggest things is, does this person smile when you talk to them? Do they make eye contact? Do they listen? Do they care about the person that's talking to them, or are they more self-centered, right? Those are all qualities that when I'm meeting someone, I'm thinking in my head, wow, that would be a great person to work with in my organization and my team. And so for a lot of reasons, waitresses and bartenders and instructors tend to make excellent web center owners, because they talk to people all day, every day, and it's not uncomfortable for them. So when you take someone like that, that conversation comes very easily and very naturally to them, and you plug them into a system like the Web Center program, they just knock it out of the park. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your recruiting efforts. So once you have a candidate, there are really a few steps that you want to follow. The first thing to keep in mind is that the main thing is the main thing is the main thing, which is the Market America Unfranchised Business Development System. So before you can talk about the Web Center program, you first have to explain what the business is, because a big part of the profitability comes from the MPCP, right? So yeah, the earning potential and the retail profits are high, and those are available right outside of the bat. And of course, yeah, a sales representative could be a Web Center owner, but Web Centers specifically has such such a big opportunity in the big picture, just because of the nature of their product sales. When somebody sells a website and that's generating ongoing business volume, it's a lot easier to map out, you know, your MPCP goals, right? Your goals in the business, because you can look and say, wow, you know, I just need to get 10 clients doing 30 BV a month, and then that's my 300 BV for retail goals. And then you're on, you know, on track to base 10-7 strong. And, you know, it's a lot easier to look at this product line, whereas if you major in something else and you make your first sale, you don't know if they're going to reorder that product or order more or order less. And it's a little bit, just a little trickier to map out the numbers. So, you know, a big part of the profitability comes from the MPCP, and with web centers, that's more transparent than any other division, I believe. So you want to share the business first. I recommend, it's actually, I think, like 24 minutes or 26 minutes now. But Jim and Andrew just launched a brand new one recently in the last couple of weeks. It's really great. So if you go to the Market America YouTube channel, then it's right on there. And then the nice part about that channel is they even broke up sections of the short video. So, you know, you want to look at just the background of the company. There's that. There's sections on why horizontal marketing is less profitable than vertical marketing. There's the 5 steps broken out into a short video. So the nice part about that is you can send the full video or watch the full video with the prospect first. And then answer their questions. And then I always highlight that Web Centers, MA Web Centers, is one of our exclusive brands. And so when you sell a website or any of the MA Web Centers products, not only will you earn retail profit, but you're also going to earn BV. So after that part of the video is done, and I have gone through that, I've paused the video at that point. I then go through the 5 steps, or I click play to watch the 5 steps, where they can see how that BV can accumulate to pay out additional commissions on top of the retail profit. So, if you do it in this way, then you don't get the weird, wait, what about what about BV again? Or what about sponsoring? Or what about Market America? The problem is that so many people have candidates for the Web Center program that they want to bring on as Web Center owners, and they do it by showing the Web Center program first. And so when you show the Web Center program first, now you're trying to fit Market America into the Web Center program, when what you should be doing is showing how the Web Center program fits into Market America. And when you do it that way, you get a higher quality candidate, and you get someone that understands that Web Centers is really a business within the business, and that while it can be extremely profitable in its own right, when you use it as part of your part of the big picture of Market America, there's additional profitability there, which can help create an ongoing residual income. So that is the first big tip is, and I know I'm talking a lot tonight, you guys, but this is something that comes up often, is how do you explain transfer buy, or how do you explain this? And the way I explain that is, again, Web Centers is part of Market America, and Market America is not part of Web Centers. So it's the main thing is the main thing is the main thing. So you have to start with the plan, and then you can show the Web Center program. So we also have other resources to help pique the interest of potential Web Center owners. So if you go to the 411 site, or it's also on franchise, we've got some really cool little flyers here that you can download. You can also share the catalog. People like to look at what our products are to get an idea if this is a product or service they can get behind. This little flyer was designed 2 or 3 years ago, but it's still really great. It's the elements of success, the product, the potential, and the partnership. And it just talks to the efficacy of the product and how you can help local businesses. The potential talks about earning potential, and the partnership talks about how you're not in business alone. So that's a really great first look to pique somebody's interest. Now, when you are ready to share the Web Center opportunity and you have shown the plan, you want to go to the 411 site and click Evaluate. And when you do that, there's 3 ways that you can share the opportunity. The first way is to download this PowerPoint right here, this presentation, and you can share it yourself. The second way is you can attend a live webinar overview. Those happen once a month. And the third way is to watch the recorded webinar. So this is one that we recorded last year. We're going to re-record it soon with a few updates and changes to include the pro program in there a little bit. But the process is very similar to showing the plan, right? If you're going to show the Market America business plan, you can show the PowerPoint yourself. You can plug someone into a webinar or take them to a UBP where someone else shows it for you live. Or you could share the short video, the recorded video on YouTube. In any scenario, it works as long as you do the follow-up. So you can't just send somebody a link and then expect them to watch it and then expect them to reach out to you. What you need to do is say, hey, watch this video. If you can't watch it with them, then send them the video and say, hey, watch this video and let's get together on Friday and talk about it. And then actually get together on Friday and talk about it. But if you don't have that little second piece when you send materials to people, especially, digitally, the chances of them actually watching the video are a little bit lower. So you want to make sure that you're sharing it, and scheduling follow-up. Now, a little sneak peek at something is we just are working on the brand new unfranchised prospecting app. And in that app, I've uploaded all kinds of PowerPoints and videos and documents to share the business. And then the second one is all kinds of PowerPoints or videos or documents that share any of our university majors. And then the third section is PowerPoints, videos, and documents that share stuff about our product lines. And then the last section are best pieces to follow up with new prospects, new business prospects. So like the annual report and things like that. Now, the cool part is that pretty soon there'll be a fourth way where you can share this, right? You can share this content using the prospecting app. And when you do it that way, you'll actually get a notification when your prospect watches it, which is pretty darn cool because you'll know for sure if they've watched it or not. So that gives you a great reason to follow up as well. During the Web Center owner overview, we go through 5 steps of evaluation. And what we say to people is that these 5 steps of evaluation are 5 points of evaluation that someone would want to evaluate if it was any business opportunity. So we talk about the product and the service, and is this a product or service that person can get behind? We talk about earning potential or profitability, the system at its core. So we don't get into advanced selling or anything like that. But we just talk about simple sales and, so that they can see, is this a system I can see myself being a part of? We talk about support that's available for the new Web Center owner themselves, as well as the clients. And then we finish off with ways to get started. So it's not necessarily a Web Center UBP because we don't go through the 5 steps of the UBP like the Motives one does or anything like that. This is really just a nice 10,000 foot view of the Web Center program as a whole so that they can get more information about our program. Once you do get somebody that is interested in becoming a Web Center owner and they are ready to get started, then what you want to do is make sure that they're set up properly. Whatever you do with people will duplicate. So if you want your organization to be successful in following the system and not recreating the wheel and not trying to do some wonky process and going through trial and error, then make sure that you give them the next steps. I mean, they're going to get it in email, but as their business sponsor, it's always good to follow up and make sure they're following the process. Now, again, like I said earlier today, the process is easier and simpler, and there's more support out there today than there's ever been before. So notice that all of those links start with mawc411.com. So if I'm bringing on a new Web Center owner, and the one website I'm going to familiarize myself with first is mawc411.com, because I know that pretty much everything that I need for a new Web Center owner is going to be on there. So the first thing is we want to activate and set up the Web Center. Great. So click on the launch page. There's steps on how to do that along with tutorial videos. The next important thing is to make sure that they're getting trained. We have a handful of trainers in the United States, but the quality of trainers that we have is is impeccable. So, we could lower our sales requirements or lower our business requirements so that we could have 30 to 50 trainers, but we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that the people teaching the curriculum are people that are selling currently and that are also building the unfranchised business. So for, the next thing that I would put on my list to do is make sure that they at least get that Web Center 101 class. If you go to the 411 site and click on Learn in Person, you can see the upcoming Web Center trainings that are happening all over the country. If there's not one in driving distance, then there is a recorded 101 class online where at least they can get the information. Now, the next thing is I tell them to download and get started with the 12-week action plan. And that is what we're basically going through on this contest. So you might not be able to present the information for each week, but you do know that these webinars are recorded, and we also have a series of videos that are being re-recorded to reflect the brand new 12-week action plan that'll live right next to the download itself. So again, you don't have to actually do all this work. You don't have to be an expert in all these steps. You just have to know where to find the information so you can help your new people, locate and identify what they need. I highly recommend plugging in new web center owners into every contest that we do, or any sponsored 90-day fast track, or at the bare minimum, if there's not one going on, going through one with them on a weekly basis and just leveraging the recorded videos as training for their weekly training. So that's the regular Web Center program. So what about Web Center Pro? So the Web Center Pro program, to be successful, you have to know a couple of basics. You have to know, first of all, what a Web Center Pro gets, what types of Web Center Pros are there. There are two types, a Web Center Pro affiliate and there's a Web Center Pro partner. So you're going to want to know the difference between the two, and you're going to want to know how to share the benefits to the pro and what are things that will be attractive to them so that you can pique their interest to learn more. So, like the regular Web Center program, there are 3 ways to share the Web Center Pro program. So if you go to the 411 site and you scroll over Evaluate, there's now a drop-down menu that says Web Center Pro. So when you click on that, you will be able to, I'm actually just going to go right to it so you can see this. If you don't mind, it'll be faster and easier to just show it to you. Right? Okay, perfect. All right, so we're on the Web Center Pro page. So the first part is all you need to provide comprehensive website and digital solutions. So it talks about the different lines of products that the pro has access to. There's a little bit of text around here as well. So we give you everything you need to operate a successful business that provides online marketing solutions to small and medium-sized business owners. And we provide the tools, the training, the marketing, and the web experts to make running your business simple and effective. So looking at that line of products, you have to understand that there are so many pro programs that are out there. GoDaddy has one, Adobe has one. So, pretty much every CMS, which is content management system, has a pro program or a pro reseller program. However, what each of those entails is a website builder program for web developers. Our program is substantially different for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that we don't provide just a website builder to our pros. Yes, that is one of the things that they get, but they also get access to an entire line of digital marketing and social media marketing products. So unlike any other pro or reseller program that's out there today, we offer the ability for an industry professional to expand their offerings. So if they specialize in web development and they're currently referring out all their social media clients to someone else, they're not getting paid on those referrals. And by the way, they're sending their clients or potential clients to another provider who might turn around and take their web business as well. Same is true in the reverse. If you've got social media experts or even sales and marketing experts, people that specialize in other forms of advertising, they're constantly solicited by small business owners for advice on website design or Facebook or social media or Yelp and their online reputation. So the Pro program is a great way for them to become a firm rather than a one-stop shop or excuse me, rather than a shop that only offers one or two products. So it's the ability to grow their business very substantially without having to hire staff or worry about subcontracting the work out to someone else that might not do the same caliber of work that they would do themselves, or just have to refer that business out. So understanding, because we look at this part of the website and we think to ourselves, well, that's great, because, and we take it for granted because we as web center owners know that that's what we have access to. Well, other industry professionals look at that and they go, wow, that's a lot of services that I'm going to be able to offer if I become a Web Center Pro affiliate or a Web Center Pro partner. Now, the second part of the website goes through the Web Center Pro program benefits. So the Web Center Pro program itself is the same whether you're an affiliate or a partner. The only difference between the two of those is really your relationship with Market America. So understand that whether it's an affiliate or a partner, they're going to have all of these benefits. So again, a lot of these program benefits, when we look at them as web center owners, we might think to ourselves, okay, we've taken that for granted. But again, these are things that your prospects are going to be looking to see if we have. It's also, some of the things that are listed here are things that, while they might not seem very impressive to you or I, again, it's stuff that other reseller programs or other pro programs are listing as benefits. So we want to make sure that when you hold our program up against other resellers that are out there, that we're showing that, yeah, not only do we have everything that all those other companies are offering, but we have more. So the ability to have unlimited customers, sales and commission reports, credit card processing, access to teams of professionals, that is huge. And by the way, when your prospects ask where our professionals come from and do we subcontract, the answer is they are employees that work for WebSolutions by MA Web Centers, and they're in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that is a huge selling point. Co-branded storefront invoicing and admin. So when clients log in to a pro account, so if I sold a website as a Web Center Pro, my client logs into their account to make changes, they're not going to just see the Web Center's logo, they're going to see my logo powered by them. So I'll actually just show you that. Actually, I'll go to that in a second. Also get a fully customizable website with the link for login for clients and the Web Center Owner Pro themselves. So this is the website. This is one of them. It comes preloaded with tons of content. So when you, and by the way, all the effects are being used because we built these sites when the effects came out. So you've got information, responsive web design, social, and all that good stuff. And by the way, regular Web Center owner websites are being updated as well. So what I'm showing you right now is an example of what the Web Center pros get. But your regular Web Center owner site is being updated as well. So that you'll have new templates to choose from for your own. They'll still be locked if you're not a Web Center Pro, but at least you'll have some updated designs. Now, as a Web Center Pro, I can actually sign in to my account here and I can, replace this image with a different image, or I can add a link to a page all about product photography because maybe that's what I specialize in as well. And I can edit the content and I can completely customize this website. So not only are they getting access to the Web Center Pro program, but they get a fully customizable website as well. So I'm going to log into my account and I want to show you what the admin looks like because this is something that your pros will have as well. So when my clients log into their admin now, this is what they see at the top. They see the Stat Group, Digital Marketing, and WebSolutions by MA Web Centers. So if you're talking to a web designer, that's actually really exciting for them because when they build websites on other platforms and their clients log in to make basic changes, they don't see their brand. They see GoDaddy or they see one-to-one. They don't see the white label. So it's a great way where we just show a partnership And we recognize the importance of the Web Center Pro's brand itself. So the co-branding is pretty cool. That happens on the admin for the pro themselves and all their clients, and every invoice that goes out, and as well as the website itself. So I showed you that the website was fully customizable marketing materials. They have access to use our materials and put their brand on it. 24/7 VIP technical support. And what that means is they have the same 24/7 support that we have as regular Web Center owners, but their accounts are flagged as Web Center Pro. So when they call in, it basically tells tech support that they might have higher level questions or more technical questions. So we put them in touch with representatives that are capable of handling that. Ability to sell in 24 countries, spoken support in different languages, written support in different languages, professional marketing and promotions, unlimited email accounts, email marketing system, CRM, the API program, specialized education for professionals. So we have a professional classes that are going to be offered on webinar. One of them is going to be talking about how to build a website using Web Center's technology. So if you sold a website and you want to integrate the site yourself, how do you use our platform to integrate it? And the second one will be sales and marketing for industry professionals. And then the last really cool benefit is the ability to create and store your own layouts to either use again in the future or to sell. So when I go to my website clients, for any of the clients that I have, I can actually save that layout as a template so that it can be used again in the future. So that's another really powerful benefit to becoming a Web Center Pro, because a lot of people like to set up their website template a certain way, and then they customize the graphics or the design or whatever, but the shell of the site, they like to work within similar layouts. So that's a pretty cool benefit. All right, so what's the difference between a Web Center Pro affiliate and a Web Center Pro partner? Again, the only difference is the relationship with Market America. So Web Center Pro affiliates have full access to the Pro program, including all of the benefits that we just talked about. Now, what they have with Market America is a light relationship that is basically the exact same type of relationship that an HP1 has. So they do not have the ability to sponsor unfranchised owners. They cannot place BV in other business development centers because they can't sponsor. They cannot have BV placed into their BDCs. They don't count toward activation. And they have a capped amount of earning potential on BV. So they're capped at $78,000 a year in BV commissions. They do not have monthly requirements like transfer by or any of the forms. The only requirement that they do have in order to earn group business volume and commission checks is they do need to be on UFMS. So as a pro affiliate, you're basically getting full access to the pro program, and you get placed into an organization. You get the ability to earn group business volume, the ability to earn BV commissions right away, with very, very little and very few requirements. So it's a great option for new people looking at this, or new industry pros looking at the program that say, I really love the Web Center Pro program, but I don't want to dive into Market America so much right away. And maybe they want to grow into becoming a full-on franchise owner. So the Web Center Pro affiliate program is great for them. Keep in mind that the Web Center Pro affiliate program is only available to new prospects. So a Web Center owner or an unfranchised owner cannot choose to become an affiliate because it changes their business relationship with Market America. To become a Web Center Pro, whether it's an affiliate or a partner, you do need to be eligible. So the affiliate program is available to prospects that can demonstrate that they have an active performing business. So to be able to complete the registration, they do have to email in proof of eligibility, and that would include things like their business name, the address, website, portfolio, any articles of incorporation or LLC if they're there. And if they don't have that, then we ask that they submit some other certificate or award for us to review. So Brand new prospects can look at the Pro Affiliate program and they can choose that route. Now, if you have a candidate that loves the Pro program and also wants to just jump in full blown to the Market America business, then the Web Center Pro Partner Program is best for them because it gives them full access to the Pro program as well as full access to the Web Center, to the Market America business opportunity. So they can receive BV, they can place BV, they do count toward activation. They have unlimited earning potential in the MPCP. And they have the ability to grow their organization and personally sponsor. This program is, is available to anybody that qualifies for the program through their industry professional status. So examples of industries that qualify are right here on the left: web design, social media, sales and marketing, programming, digital marketing. And we have something here called other, because we have had folks that specialize in other types of marketing, like people that run trade shows that basically sell advertising space all day long, that want to add this as a service they can offer their businesses that they work with. So they could click other, or they could prove their eligibility through another route as long as it's legitimate. There's a second type of person that qualifies for this program, and that is a web center owner who has sold in excess of at least 20 websites. If you're a web center owner and you've sold 20 websites, you have the opportunity to upgrade your web center to a Web Center Pro status. And so we recognize that though you may not have gone to college for web development or this industry, you're certainly have become a master of the industry, but, through your sales requirement or through that success. That you've proven that the Pro program is something that would be a good thing for you. We're actually doing a special webinar for web center owners that do qualify to upgrade, and that's going to be happening sometime next week. So below this, just like on the evaluate page, there are all the product codes, what the prices are, what comes with it. So if you're a new candidate, meaning you are not yet an unfranchised owner, then you want to become a Web Center Pro, you could choose the Web Center Pro Partner or Web Center Pro Affiliate option in the sign up wizard. So as you're signing up, you could literally, it's basically like a Fast Start Kit, it's just not called a Fast Start Kit. The 1574 starts your business as a Web Center Pro Partner. It comes with your Pro Web Center and all of the benefits of the Pro program, a 5-pack of catalogs, all 3 assessment pads, the 5-pack of resource magnets, 5-pack of decals, and a 5-pack of posters. It also comes with the Market America sub kit, 2 months of UFMS, and all of the websites that all unfranchised owners get. So you get that sub kit as well. The cost is $429, and you get the 300 BV. And the Pro monthly subscription fee is $79 a month. So Web Center owners pay $45 a month, and clients pay $60. So the fact that they're getting a customizable website and we're not charging them $105 a month just shows you that we really did put this as low as we could possibly go. Now, if you have a brand new candidate that's looking at the Pro program and they want to get started in the sign-up wizard as a Pro affiliate, they would go with $1586. So it comes with the Pro Web Center and Business Support Pack. And it comes with 2 months of UFMS and websites, but it does not come with the Market America sub kit. That's only $239, and you only get 100 BV. But again, the Pro program and the UFMS monthly subscription fees are the same. If you are currently a Web Center owner or an affiliate, and you want to upgrade to the Web Center Pro subscription, then what you would want is the 6072, and that gives you your brand new Web Center Pro, the customizable website, and the business support pack. And then finally, if you're a sales rep and you're looking to upgrade, the codes are there as well. But again, all of the codes and all of the BV, the costs, and all of the pricing is clearly laid out on the website. So if you're not sure which product code is best for your candidate, you can always send an email to webcenterpro@marketamerica.com, and we can help you, determine which is the best route for them. So that's the Web Center Pro program in a nutshell. Currently, we have you can download a PowerPoint presentation that goes through the Pro program, or you can attend a live webinar. We just finished recording a professional 30-minute overview, so it's shorter than the full hour that we normally do. And Eric Fisher is actually working on just lining up some of the slides with some of the voice, and it goes back and forth between real people and the presentation. It's going to be really nice. So that will be available on this website as well for you to share the video overview as well, so you don't have to wait for the live webinar. So before I answer questions on the pro program and everything else, let's just talk about what this week's lessons of the week are. So there are 3 steps for sharing the program: show the overview, use the webinar, follow the steps. Okay, great. So what we want you to do this week is keep track of your Web Center owner candidates and your Web Center pro candidates. Both of these can be brand new people to the business, or they can even be people inside of the organization already that might be interested in learning more about both. If you're minoring, you're going to make that list and schedule the Web Center owner overview with them. And then I also want you to consider sharing the Web Center owner overview with your team. So you just share that webinar link with your team so that they can take a look and learn more about it, not just for themselves, but also for their own recruiting purposes. And you're going to do the same thing whether you're a major or a minor. If you're a pro, we want you to really start to learn the university major concept. And then really delineate the difference between affiliate and partner so that you can start thinking about other professional candidates that you know, so that they might be able to plug in to the pro program as well. And now what's really cool about that is rather than them being in competition with you, they'll be on your team. So you guys can actually share in the business that you would have normally been taking away from each other. So those are our weekly exercises. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to unmute Russell and Jason. I know, Jason, that you have been doing a ton of mentoring over the last year, and you offered to speak tonight a little bit about that experience, because the mentor process and the sharing of the program is, the mentor part is the most important part if you want to see the success. So I just want to go ahead and just turn it over to you and allow you to speak a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great webinar, as always. One thing I love about this division is the amount of resources and tools available to us as franchise owners. It's incredible. So I think you hit the nail on the head when you talk about the idea that you want to really stay away from things that cannot be duplicated. And I know early on as a Web Center owner, I was doing things that were from a traditional sales role, and it was very successful for me to sell websites, but it wasn't very duplicatable when I was bringing people in as Web Center owners or even Web Center owner prospects. So I've really come back to leveraging the system. It's made my life a lot easier, but it's been great because I can really devote my time now to coaching and mentoring and letting the training and the education come from the system. So leveraging the system more than ever before has freed me up to really do my job as a coach and a mentor. So I've got this quote that my team and I really focus on. It's learn from, but do with. So we find that we identify where people need the coaching and mentoring and do the activities with them, because activity is the mother of skill. So we want to make sure that we get the right habits in place and that people feel confident and competent. But if we're always just focusing on activity and not helping their skill, they're going to get frustrated, discouraged very quickly. So one thing that I love to do is making sure that I have a weekly accountability or a coaching call with my new unfranchised owners that are Web Center owners, or even prospects, interns. Web Center interns are great as well. So, just like we do in the unfranchise and the Getting Started Guide, is I print out and work with them on their 12-week action plan. We go through all these videos, and I'm not going to watch the video with them, but that's going to be their homework, and we're going to work together on the exercises. So if it's creating that names list, their possibility list, I'm going to help them identify where their sources are. Where are their sources of possibilities they come from? How can they get referrals from their friends, family, their close contacts, get some warm leads and referrals into building that names list? I'm going to identify with them the top 10 to 20 candidate list in terms of website potential clients. And then I'm going to role play with them, right? What's it going to sound like when we connect with some of these individuals, if they're warm contacts or people that maybe you know that own a business, or maybe someone that works in a business? How can we get into meeting the decision maker? So role playing that with them so they feel comfortable. And then is it going to be an email? Is it going to be a text? Is it going to be a phone call? Is it going to be a walk-in? Depends on the relationship, but we can really customize that based on their comfort level and the relationship. So I can really work with them on a mentorship application rather than, here, watch this video and then let me know how it goes at the end of the week. I find that when I can kind of get in the trenches with them, they can really apply some of the skills that they're learning in the great webinars and the tools that we have available. So really focusing on these tools. The B2B catalog, absolutely. I also leverage mawebcenters.com so they can actually understand what the clients are getting. Obviously, the mawc411.com site becomes the best resource that we have. And then also making sure they understand the 15-minute consultation sheets. So even early on, if I've got someone who's just evaluating the Web Center owner program, what I'll do is I will tear off a sheet from each of those 15-minute consultation workbooks and the business-to-business catalog and go through it with them in a follow-up. And then I'm going to kind of strengthen that with some videos. And the best way I can make sure that they're watching the videos is, rather than when can you watch the video, I say how soon, right? How soon can you review a 20-minute video, or how soon can you watch a 30-minute video? And when they tell me, I schedule it like an appointment. That's great. You said Thursday afternoon. Fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the link to the video Thursday at noon. I'll shoot you a text message to make sure that you're still available at that time, because I want to know that they're going to watch it. And then when I send it off and I confirm that they're going to be available, you told me we're going to be available Thursday at noon. Are you still available? I am. Great. Go ahead and watch the video. I'm going to call you in 30 minutes, or I'm going to watch it with them. So I schedule video appointments very similar to how I would schedule a live appointment, but it makes sure that I can hold them accountable to doing the activity that's going to help them succeed. And then I can get in the trenches with them and really act like the coach rather than a trainer. I think we have so many great trainings. Why should I be training when we've got so many great tools that will do the training for us? It really helps me be more of a coach.
Awesome. I think that's all just incredible nuggets. And by the way, like that's exactly what I was trying to get across. And I just feel like you said it a lot clearer, was don't just send videos and treat it like an appointment. Make sure you're booking follow-ups in there. I actually just spent time with a web center owner who is, she was like, oh, I sent the pro program out, or I was talking about the web center program to 17 people and nobody responded to me. And I said, well, have you followed up? And she's like, well, no. So we went through each and every single one of her prospects, and she had so many good ones, like so many great candidates that she took the time to start relationships with. But in almost every situation, it was I sent a link to a video, and then they never emailed me back. What should I do? And the answer was, you should call them and schedule a time to check it out. You have to talk through the questions, and you have to. I always say I'm a professional dot connector. whether it's motives or the business or the shopping annuity or web centers or whatever it is that we're talking about, my job is to always connect you to the next dot. That's it. So incredible advice from you as usual, Jason. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Russ, I wasn't sure, did you want to add anything to that as well?
Well, first, everything that's been said so far, yes, absolutely agree. I take a very personal approach to this kind of prospecting and recruiting. So I'm not going to be sending an email to somebody. I'm going to try and book a face-to-face conversation, meet down on coffee or something like that. And if I can't do a face-to-face, I'm going to do a webinar with one of the tools we can get. There's a bunch of ways you can do webinars for free even. And I'm going to feel them out for what it is that they're looking for. If they are currently involved in the industry, I'm looking for some pain or headache, just like I would for website customer. I'm going to try and find something that's a problem for them. Is it billing? Is it customers that are never satisfied? Is it what is the things that are problems for them? And then I'm going to emphasize how this program is going to help alleviate that problem. And so that's how I'm going to focus on. But I'm going to be, because I have limited time. I can't work with everybody all the time. So I'm going to try to put them in a position where they can demonstrate that they have interest in following through on this. And so I'm going to show them the Web Center overview from the PowerPoint slide on the evaluate page of MEWC 411. Talk about how we get paid MBD, talk about the value of the team, and ask them to watch some of the videos, or if I have a training, get them booked into one of the trainings coming up. And book a follow-up meeting for a week after our first meeting, and feel them out for, how interested are they? Is this something they want to get involved in? And if it's something that they are really resonating with, I'm going to work with them personally. I'm going to help them build their names list, help role play, and plan out how to reach out to their prospects, do three-way calls with them. Everything I can to do to prime that pump with them to get them successful as early as possible. Very excited about the Web Center Pro program. We have a couple of prospects we're working with. We're actually doing a trial run with one. We're hoping to get one of his customers onto our program, onto the Web Center site very shortly, and hopefully that will show how well it works for him compared to what he's been doing with another solution. So that hopefully will turn into a very good long-term relationship. But it's all about demonstrating the power we deliver, having the posture that I have that demonstrates that this is a really good solution. It's going to be worthwhile for them to take a look at it and really dig deep into it. And if I'm not feeling that they can see what I'm trying to bring across to them, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to convince them to do this, because there's so many people out there who really, really need to use this program, but don't see it, and it's not worth my time trying to talk them into it.
Yeah, I really agree with that sentiment too, and it's cool. I feel like everybody has their little things, and that's why I wanted you both to share a little bit of what you're doing, because it's interesting, because like we all have our own little way, but it's still the system all around. But figuring out what somebody wants out of it is definitely a great way to go about recruiting in general. So I mean, definitely you want to keep that as part of the process here as well. So I did want to just read. Thank you so much, Russell. And also just incredible input there. So I did want to read Christy's questions out loud, because they're really great questions, and they're questions that I know that will come up for you, and they're questions that have already come up to me over email. So the first one was, she says, I had a pro prospect watch the live walkthrough. The one question she had was, can she call in and personally talk to the designer that is working on her site that she sold if she chooses the Web Center to design it? She doesn't want to necessarily be the middleman or talk to the middleman. She says she wants to talk to the designer because this is her business. Is this a possibility? So in general, we don't typically have Web Center owners talk to the designers, because we have them talk to project managers. But a Web Center owner is going to have a different set of questions and pieces of information than Web Center Pro. So in this particular situation, we would absolutely allow a Web Center Pro to talk with a designer. The reason we don't let regular Web Center owners do that is because every single time we have, it's just basically, sustained the time of the project and made it too long, and it just doesn't solve the challenge. But a Web Center Pro will know how to talk to a designer directly and get what they want. So yes, we would allow that to happen. The second question that she had was really, really on point, and I know that a lot of you guys are going to get this as well. It was, how do you talk about the monthly cost? Her comeback from that was, well, I'm making profit no matter what platform I use, so why would I pay that each month? So the first response to that one is that, number one, any web designer that doesn't have a subscription to like Adobe Muse or any other really, business class, like professional class web platforms, is basically just throwing websites up on cheap discount hosting platforms, and that's not the same thing. So Adobe Muse, there's so many of them that are out there. Gosh. And they all come with $99 a month accounts. So $79 a month for access to the entire Pro platform, including a customizable website, is actually really affordable. And if you put it up against other higher quality reseller programs that are out there, it's actually less expensive. The second big part about that, and the bigger part about that, is that, again, this isn't a CMS. We're not talking about just a content management system. We're talking about access to an entire line of products and all of the benefits that come with the Pro program, the ability to save layouts, the customizable website, the co-branded storefront, the co-branded invoicing, the co-branded admin, the VIP technical support, the written and spoken support in multiple languages. So that is a huge one. Hannah and I have just submitted a comparison chart to our creative services program, and we were trying to just nail down customer support to compare against web centers, and we called into 4 or 5 different providers, and like, it's insane. The best that we got was an email support where you send a question and then they sent back an automated response to what they thought our question was. So the type of support that we provide to our pros is not the same type of support that like the GoDaddy reseller program is providing to their pros. It's a completely different ballpark. But the biggest money saver here is that, again, it's more than just a website. So if you want to expand your business as a web designer and you want to also offer professional services in all these other areas like social media and digital marketing, you can hire a staff, and you can pay them a salary every single month, or you could pay $79 a month and have access to trusted, vetted employees that will do that for you. So the cost savings are way outweighing the cost of expanding your business in any other way. So that's what I would say to that. No, and that's why I hope you don't mind. I asked the question in front of everybody, Christy, but I think it's a really good question, and I think it's a question that a lot of people are going to get. So it's important to always be able to provide the information. So, and Catherine, thank you so much for all your positive feedback. She keeps going back and, giving everybody props for their tips. So I know you're listening, Catherine. I know you're gonna kill it today. So, you're gonna kill this program. I know it. So yeah, it was a great question. Okay, guys. Well, we went over this week, but there was a lot, and it was a brand new program, and we wanted to make sure that we took the time to really explain this because the rest of our series is really so focused on sales that we wanted to give recruiting in this division the attention that it deserves as well. So huge thank you to Jason and Russell as well for staying on and chiming in at the end. And you guys always amaze me. I always learn something from both of you because you always have something new for me to learn even after we've gone through all the basics. It's really amazing. So thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for joining us tonight. Have a great night. Bye.